Hello everyone, I'm Dragonwhelp and welcome back to Terraria. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at fishing. And all about the fishing that there is. It's close to night, so I went ahead and paused the game. Because night is a very profitable thing for fishermen, or people who like to fish. You catch the little fireflies in the air with the bug net, and you get bait, which is the beginning section. You can also break grass for worms. You can also break like little boulders, aesthetic boulders in the world, and sometimes there's worms that fly out of that. All of which we need the bug net for. I think I have a bug net, but first I'm going to take a look at something I have missed. We got our demonite bars from fighting Eater of Worlds, and we did not upgrade our pickaxe. Shame on me, shame on me. So we're going to do that now. We're going to upgrade our pickaxe to a nightmare pickaxe, which is able to mine hellstone, which will be very useful in the episodes to come. So now that we've finished that, we can put our platinum up, and we also need to make one other thing, which is the thing that we need for today's episode, is the fishing pole, which costs 8 demonite bars. It's the best fishing pole that we can get at this stage of the game. We can later get better fishing poles as we do things. So we're going to make ourselves an Eater of Souls. And I think I have... Let's go ahead and unpause the game. There we go. I think I have a fishing net already. A bug net. Yes, I do. So let's grab it. Let's put this ore back up, because I don't need it at the moment. And let's put all this, stack this away with our bottles of water. There we go. The bug net can catch a mini multitude of things. You can catch squirrels, like I just did. You can catch birds if you are fast enough. And the blood moon foils our plans again. Holy moly. Alright, be right back once this blood moon is done. Well, now that's over. We did get something kind of nice. We got the money trough. It's a little flying pig that can carry around, then it accesses your piggy bank. How cool is that? It drops off the drippers, the little flying orbs during a blood moon, if anybody was wondering. But it accesses your bank, your piggy bank, so we can actually take all this and put it inside our piggy bank. Reduce 2 slots to 1. Cool. But unfortunately for us, we're going to have to find other means of catching our bait. So we're going to have to go fishing for bait. Breaking grass is one of those ways. Breaking stuff like that I just broke has a chance to drop worms. Oh, hey, look, grasshoppers. Grasshoppers are also bait, and they come from when you break grass. Although a small chance, it's still a chance. So let's see if we can't go find some more grass to break. There's some right here. Nope, no grasshoppers. Whoop. Oh, cool. We broke a thing. We broke an aesthetic block that was in the world, kind of like this one right here. And we got 2 worms out of it. Butterflies, if you find butterflies, also count. Oh, come back here. Unfortunately, if you can't fly high, you can't catch them. But they do come back eventually. There we go. So there's a multitude of multitude of different bait options that you have. Some of them are better than others. Hey, there's some more worms. Worms are the best at the early stage, but not like the in-game stuff. Some of the master bait is there at the end is what's better. Hey, more worms. But now that we've got a little bit of bait, now it's time to find your way around to actually getting to your proper fishing hole. To make a proper fishing hole, you can actually either find one or you can make one. And I don't know what's up with this sandstorm in the desert, but that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Anyway, I've picked a place out already in really, really close to our base to get to start a fishing hole. And what we're going to do is we're going to clean it out. We're going to do the little water duping trick right here. This is where our fishing hole is going to be. Now make sure that when you do make your own fishing hole, that there's a lot of water touching the sky. There's got to be at least 4 or 5 blocks from the top of the water to count as, you know, usable fishing material to make it a lake. And there's got to be at least 300 to 400 blocks of water that actually makes it count toward being, you know, part of that water source. So basically what you can do is you just make a big square out of this. It doesn't have to be any particular size. It can be squarish. You can fancy it up. You can make it look different ways. It could be a triangle for all that matters. Just as long as that you have 300 to 400 blocks of empty, or not empty, but 300 to 400 blocks of pure water, not blocked by the sky. It's got to have at least 4 to 5 blocks above to actually count. I'm actually going to build this out over here, and I will be back when I'm done. So here we are. I filled this lake up. I got rid of the mechanic thing to make the water. So I could do this, take my fishing rod. I have 12 bait, so what I'll do is I'll throw it out there. And one thing to note is that, oh, there we go. One thing to note that platforms do not bother with this mechanic where the water needs to be as deep as it can. It doesn't mess with it. As long as it's not solid blocks. As long as that's one way to counteract it. So what you want to do is you want to throw your fishing rod out here, so you pretty much can make yourself a tiny shack, which I probably could do. Turn this into a shack as soon as I get these umbrella guys out of here. So take our wood, I'll put a door on it eventually. But you get the idea. You just need 300 blocks of water to make it where you can actually catch the decent or the proper amount of fish. Any less than 300 blocks, you probably won't. You probably would catch some, but it would be more things like seaweed, tin cans, a lot of the junk. The bigger the pool is, the better. So that's why I made the pool as big as I did. Oh crap. Get away from me, flying fish. Another factor to note is the fact that when it's raining, you get a buff to fishing. And throw it. Come on. Sometimes you can get it through, sometimes there we go. And when it bobs, you got a fish. Another thing you can do with this is you can actually take and do this, cover yourself up, and then throw the fishing rod out through the little hole. But so it's up to you, and it's up to your heart's content to decide. We can actually probably do something to the effect of... well, that's going to take away from our fish. So probably do something like this. So that way you don't get... that way you don't get creatures in here, but you can still fish at the same time. As you can see, I'm catching bass, but you really won't catch much on the surface. Plus, there's a multitude of potions you can do. You can get the sonar potion. You can get the fishing potion, which increases your fishing skill. Because all of the factors in where you have your bait, the different types of bait. Like let's see, for instance, the worms have 25 bait, whereas the grasshoppers have 10 bait. Moth or the butterflies have variety of different. And see, look, I just picked up a bonfish. Yeah. But basically, you just want to fish, and there's also things called wooden crates that I got one. You can open it. It gives you, oh, hey, look, sailfish boots. Nice. And they're quick, so I have plus the movement speed. That's exactly what you want. So I trade them out for my flurry boots. And they're the exact same thing. They make you run fast, kind of like Hermes boots does. But you know you are getting the proper amount of fish, or if your fishing hole is big enough when you start actually catching things like bass and bombfish, things that are not trash. I think I've already said that. So, other than that, there are different biomes that you can go to. This being the overworld biome. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Bring out my pig. Get my workbench. And I want to make a door super fast. Oh, door. There we go. So we have our little fishing hut here. But like I said, there's different biomes, and Overworld doesn't really give you that much. I built this for the questing purposes. If you visit one of your oceans, either to the left or to the right, you'll find an NPC called the Angler. And each day, each Terraria day, he will give you a quest to go to different biomes to catch different fish. Today, let's go check him right now, actually. Let's see what quest he has available. Since it's raining, it's actually pretty good to go fishing. Ooh, the traveling merchant's here. Let me check him out before he leaves. What do you have? Paint sprayer. Cement mixer. Ooh, ultra bright torches. I'll buy a stack, thank you. And close the door. Let's actually sell our bombfish, because I really don't have any use for them. Let's sell our marigolds. And I want to put the rest of this up. So this paint sprayer can go there. Ultra bright torches I'll use for building later. Oh, I got an umbrella hat. I'm getting too sidetracked. Okay. So basically what I want to do now is I want to go down to the cavern layer. And I want to build a fishing hole down in the cavern layer. And the one way you can tell if it's a cavern layer or not is that it goes from being background with the dirt to no background. And sometimes you can actually find pre-built fishing holes down here. Or you can build upon an existing water spout hole thing. Existing water hole. Like here. This would be great for a fishing spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this out. And pretty much remove everything in the middle. And I want to make sure that I have my... Let's make a door. Put a door there, put a torch. There we go. And like I said, it doesn't have to be completely square or rectangular or anything. Just as long as it is, you have 4 or 5 blocks above the actual water surface, that makes it where it counts as a valid pool of water. So I'm going to clean this up super fast, and I'll be right back. Alrighty then, so now that we've gotten this cleaned up just a little bit, and I made myself a little fishing platform, we can fish. And this is basically the place I want to be for right now, because there's a thing in the caverns called a cavern fish, is what I'm looking for, because the cavern fish is going to allow us to make a potion that we have not have access to as of yet. Armored cave fish is what I just got. It's going to give us access to the endurance potion, which reduces damage done by a certain amount. So as many armored cave fish as I can get will allow me to make as many of those potions. So that way the next time we fight Skeletron, we'll be super, super beefy, super, super tanky. And hopefully that'll reduce the damage done to from him, so that way we can kill him. But like I said, there's other biomes other than just the cave. You got the hell biome, which it requires a special type of fishing pole to do. I think you need the lava rod for that. And it looks like we are full of fish. And I did not bring a... Let's see, do I have a chest in my... Yes. Oh, hello. Did not mean to open that door. So let's pick up this fish. The gel. I'll just throw it. So let's grab a granite chest. Is not too bad. So let's fill this up with things that we don't need, like the fish, like bass. Bass can be used to make like well-fed meals, but pumpkin is better because it lasts a lot longer. The only thing I do not like about the cavern area is the fact that you have these worms constantly coming after you. But if you're mindful and very cautious, you can kill them before they actually do any damage to you. So here we go. Just put this, and we could actually probably leave some bait here as well, but it's no big deal. Now that we've actually got room in our inventory, we only have 4 things of bait left. Remember that as you're fishing, you don't always use bait on every cast. There is a small chance that it will eat your bait, but it's not guaranteed. There are things that, as far as the angler suit that you can pick up after doing a certain number of angler quests, he'll give you pieces of equipment that allow you to not use bait, or makes your bait last a lot longer. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit down here and I'm going to fish. And to try to get as many armored cave fish as I possibly can. And it looks like I might need to go back out to the surface to pick up some more bait. But if there's anything else you want to know about fishing, as far as, you know, what fish are where and whatnot, and I can go into more detail, let me know. I'll go into like super, super fine detail, make a long video on each biome once I get to them. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Big thumbs up. And until next time, see you later.